Hey everyone, Aaron here from MTGChallengers and welcome to another Magic the Gathering gameplay. Today we have Game 2 of the match between Matthew playing Boros Devotion and Evan playing Esper Control. Evan was on the play this game and played a Temple of Silence for his first turn. He chose to leave the card on top from the scry and pass the turn. Matthew played an island and cast a Cloudfin Raptor. Evan played a Temple of Deceit, scrying again and left the card on top again. Matthew laid down an island and cast a Tidebinder Mage. He wasn't able to tap down anything, but it did evolve his Cloudfin Raptor, allowing him to swing with it for 1. Evan played a tapped Hallowed Fountain for his land next turn and passed it back. Matthew played another island and cast a Nightveil Spectre, however Evan countered it with a Gainsay. Matthew swung with his team for 3, taking Evan to 16. Evan laid down a Plains on his next turn and cast a Supreme Verdict, destroying all of Matthew's creatures. Matthew played an island and resolved a Jace, Architect of Thought. He used his -2 ability, revealing a Cyclonic Rift and 2 islands. Evan put the Rift in a pile of its own, so Matthew took the islands. He then passed the turn back to Evan. Evan played a Godless Shrine, paying 2 life for it, going down to 14, and cast a Blood Baron of Viscopa. Matthew played another island and cast another Nightveil Spectre, which resolved this time. He then used Jace's -2 again, killing him. He revealed a Judge's Familiar, a Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, and an island. Evan put the Nykthos by itself, which Matthew decided to take. Evan cast a Hero's Downfall on his next turn, killing Matthew's Nightveil Spectre. He then swung with his Blood Baron, but Matthew used a Cyclonic Rift to return it to his hand. For Matthew's turn, he played a Mutavault and cast a Bident of Thassa. Evan played an Azorius Guildgate and replayed his Blood Baron. Matthew laid down a Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx on his next turn and passed. Evan cast an Elspeth, Sun's Champion, but Matthew countered it with a Dissolve. He was able to scry one from it and left the card on top of his library. He just drew and played another island for his next turn. Evan attempted to resolve another Elspeth, but Matthew countered it with a Dissolve again and sent the top card to the bottom. Matthew played another island and cast a Nightveil Spectre for his next turn. Evan cast a Hero's Downfall, killing it. He then played a Detention Sphere, exiling Matthew's Bident and swung with his Blood Baron. Matthew animated his Mutavault and blocked, killing it and getting Evan 4 life, going up to 18. Matthew just played another Mutavault and passed. Evan played a Jace, Architect of Thought, using his -2. He revealed a Supreme Verdict, a Watery Grave, and a Gainsay. Matthew put the Gainsay in a pile of its own, which Evan decided to take. He then swung with his Baron again. Matthew attempted to animate and block with his Mutavault again, but Evan cast a Far before blocks were declared, forcing Matthew to return it to his hand. He then took 4 from the Blood Baron. Evan also gained 4 life, going up to 22. Matthew replayed his Mutavault and cast a Thassa, God of the Sea. Evan used Jace's -2 again, killing him and revealing an Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, another Elspeth, and a Hero's Downfall. Matthew put Elspeth in a pile of her own, which Evan took. He then played another Jace and used his -2 again. He revealed a Detention Sphere, another Hero's Downfall, and a Temple of Silence. Matthew put the sphere by itself, which Evan took. He then swung with his Blood Baron again, so Matthew animated and blocked with his Mutavault again, killing it, and Evan went up to 26. Matthew scryed on his upkeep from Thassa and sent the top card to the bottom. He then played a Cloudfin Raptor and passed. Evan played a Godless Shrine, paying 2 life for it, going down to 24, and cast a Detention Sphere, exiling Thassa. He then used Jace's -2 again, killing him and revealing a Supreme Verdict, another Blood Baron, and another Detention Sphere. Matthew put the Blood Baron on its own, which Evan decided to take. He then followed it up with yet another Jace, revealing 2 lands and an Ashiok. Matthew put the Ashiok on its own, which Evan of course took. He then swung with his Baron again. Matthew just chumped with his Raptor and Evan went up to 28. Matthew just top decked an island for his next turn. Evan played a Temple of Deceit, sending the top card to the bottom. He then killed Jace by using his -2 again. He just revealed 3 scry lands, so Matthew randomly separated them and Evan took the bigger pile. He then played an Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, and exiled the top 3 cards of Matthew's library. He then swung with his Blood Baron again, going up to 32 and dropping Matthew to 12. Matthew just played a Frostburn Weird for his next turn. Evan laid down an island and exiled the top 3 cards of Matthew's library again with Ashiok. He then played another Blood Baron and swung with the first one, taking Matthew to 8 and bringing Evan up to 36. This triggered the Baron's ability, making them both 10-10 flyers. Matthew just played a Nightveil Spectre on his turn and passed. Evan played a Temple of Silence, sending the card to the bottom. He then exiled the top 3 cards of Matthew's library again and played an Elspeth before finishing Matthew off with the Blood Barons, taking them to Game 3. So that's it for this gameplay. Thank you all very much for watching. To see the lists for these decks and others, check out our deck techs and also be sure to keep up with the other gameplays that we upload. Thanks for visiting, and if you like what you see, subscribe for more Magic the Gathering content.